Yeah. So when I went, right, so I was like vegetarian. I'm still vegetarian, but like there's like nuances now. But
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of An Interesting Discussion Sometimes. Today, I'm back with the regular boys and a special guest of ours. He's a friend that we've known for a long time, me and Harsha, since middle school. His name is Rushi. Rushi, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hey guys, it's good to talk to you all after so long. Excited to finally be on the podcast. I know I've been talking to Harsha for like the last 4 months trying to get on, but like just busyness and stuff like that. Yeah. Moving to Atlanta and U City, it was tough to like know my schedule. But yeah, I mean, finally excited to be on and excited to have this conversation.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So I know we just kind of like talked about it right before this podcast started, but how have you been adjusting to Atlanta, like living with a roommate and all that type of stuff? Yeah,
I mean, moving to Atlanta, honestly, like being a mid-tier city, I thought it was definitely going to be similar to like DC in some aspects. One thing that I do have to say is that it has traffic. And, you know, I don't know if you guys have heard about Atlanta, but like the traffic issues that it has, it's like not like DC in the way, and it makes you so mad because it's so unpredictable. Like you could leave your house at like 9 o'clock and there's traffic just because like someone idiot decided to go like 100 miles per hour on a Hellcat and like crash into someone. Like it's like, it's not like 6 o'clock in DC, you know, there's traffic. It's like, nah, like 11 o'clock. Sure. Like last week, at 5 a.m., I think a bunch of people like shut down the highway and just like stopped their cars. And I'm like, dude, like that's just not it. It really isn't.
That's so funny because when we were in Atlanta, we got an Uber and I think you drove like a Hellcat or like a Mustang or something like that. Yeah, and it was like later at night, and like we didn't notice until like halfway through the drive, but there were like bullet holes in his windshield, and like he was swerving through traffic like left and right and crazy. And I mean, he got us to our place like very
he got 5 stars. So I mean,
yeah,
like, how bad was it?
But like you telling us this is like so like I can imagine
so
100%. Yeah.
Dude, it's so weird too because like even like people ask you like, I just moved to Atlanta, and they're like, oh, how do you like it, right? And I'm like, yeah, it's pretty fun, pretty good. Like, how do you like? And then I tell them I'm from DC, and they're like, do you like it better than DC? I'm like, I'm still deciding. And then they're like, dude, Atlanta sucks. I'm like, how are you gonna like be from Atlanta and just say like, I'm like, yo,
bro, I swear he's just talking to like our Uber drivers. Remember the guy that the other guy that we got in the Uber with, and he's like, oh, are you guys visiting? And they were like, yeah. And he's like, why?
And they're all hustling.
Yeah.
Literally the other day, the Uber driver was like, yeah, hey, I'm trying to bust my door into tech or something like that, right? And he's like, oh, can you give me a referral? Because I guess whatever the conversation came up about jobs and what are you doing, right? Yeah. And like he calls me. I don't even know how he got my number. He calls me like the next day. He's like, hey, your boy like flaked on me. Like, so my roommate, he works in investment banking, and he's like, oh, like, hey, can you give me some insider trades? I'm like, yo, this is not how it works. And then like and then for me, he's like, yeah, can you refer me? I was like, dude, I know. Like, and then blocked him, but
that's so sus.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's jokes. But you said you were having trouble cooking. Like, what have you been cooking recently? Is there any like signature dish that you feel like you've been going back to because it's like the easiest thing to do?
I think for me, like burgers are honestly the easiest thing for me, like veggie burgers. Yeah. It's just like the most filling meal, and it's just the easiest cook. So I'm always like, if I'm like craving something good and I'm craving a filling meal, it's my go-to is definitely burgers. And I've learned how to make like crunch wraps, like, you know, what you get from like Taco Bell and stuff like that. Yeah. So I've been getting pretty good at that. And then Instapot is a lifesaver. Remember that voice? Instapot. Yeah.
What are you making in Instapot?
I'm going to try to make some Indian food. I still haven't got to like the Indian food like section of my recipe book or whatever it is.
Recipe book. You gotta build up to that one, bro.
Yeah. And but like pasta you can make, ravioli. I made like dal and stuff like that. Yeah. Like that's the closest I got to. But it's pretty nice. It's pretty helpful for sure.
Yeah. True. Ron, you were saying something?
No, I was gonna say, have you tried your hand at Indian food yet? Because I feel like
most people like start with the basics and then they like work their way up to Indian food. But it takes takes some time and courage to get there. I haven't gone there personally, so that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, I don't have that. You know how Indian moms have like that tin that has all the spices, all the spices in like a little
the
thing.
spice rack.
I don't have that yet, so I need to get that.
Bro, I bet that'd be so expensive. Like just to buy it all at once, probably be like $30-$40 to get all the different type of spices.
Oh, more than that.
That's what I'm saying, right? It's like so hard.
Yeah.
You ask
so
your mom
hard.
to pass it down to you, you know?
Pass it down.
I'm literally like when I move out to California, whenever I think in January, that's when I'm projected to move. But I'm like making sure my mom comes with me just to the Indian store so that like we can figure out the whole spices because I don't know anything. Like she tells me what she's putting in, but then as soon as she puts it back in the cabinet, I'm like, I don't know which one's which anymore. Like, like I need her to come with me and like put a label for every single one so I know exactly what I'm dealing with.
Yeah. And moms got superpowers. You know, they don't even use like the measuring spoon. They just like take their hand. They're like, this is good. Drop that in. Like, like, this is good. This is a good amount. And it tastes perfect every time. The consistency is always there.
Yeah, I definitely haven't learned like what each spice like adds to the dish, you know? Like I think I know what each one kind of tastes like, but I don't know like based on like what I taste, like if I'm mid-cooking, right? I don't know what the hell to add to continue it to make it better.
You know how you fix that? You take a spoonful of every spice, like one at a time. Like you eat like paprika by itself. You're like, okay, that's what it tastes like. You chew on some cumin seeds, and then you're like, okay, I've learned that. And then when you get to like cardamom and shit, then like, you're fucked. But
Wait, so this is your first time living like outside of your home, right, Rushi? Or have you lived?
Yeah. It's the first time I moved out. My parents weren't too happy about it because, like, I don't know if you guys are familiar, like, right in Reston, there's a Microsoft office, which I had the chance to like move into, but that's like 5 minutes from my house. And I was like, dude, I need to get out at this point. And I'm taking a pay cut too. So my parents like were pissed about that. Cost of living adjustment. So for like the same job, I'm getting paid less, and so they were kind of mad about that, but nah, you got to do what you got to do, right?
Is Atlanta cheaper than like DC? I feel like it is, right?
No, really? It's not. I mean, like relatively not. I mean, we have a nice apartment for like, I would say like we both pay like I think around like $1,400 each, right? For a 2-bedroom, 2-bath in like a really modern, like nice apartment. I have like a private balcony and stuff like that, so it's really nice. But like, it's like not as cheap as people like say it is, and especially like there's some huge houses here that I'm like. And the rent is going through the roof. Like we live in a cheaper area, but like I'm like, dude, what do these people do to like afford these like houses or apartments? Like I know, like just
that's
like
why they're hustling and they Ubers, you know,
dude. Exactly.
They got the referrals. They got the
referrals. Man.
Yeah. Have you guys been hearing about this? Like, have you heard of the subreddit Overworked?
No.
So basically, it's all these people that like since COVID, like now that remote work is like pretty normal, they'll have like multiple jobs like at the same time, right? So the way that they speak about like their jobs in this subreddit is like, oh yeah, my J1 is this, and it's like my main thing, and then my J2 is like some analyst thing. But then people have crazy stories where like one of them was like, yeah, I joined as a J3 last week, and I went to orientation, and no one showed up to like orientate me. Or like basically they ended up like the first week they did nothing, right? No one checked in on them, and then now they're just stuck on the payroll, and they just get paid every week.
Oh shit!
No one knows. It's not like he's there or like says anything to anyone. No one even like brought him up to speed or anything. So
that's an insane J3, bro.
But then there's also like the other side of the coin where like that's like this guy's case is like the best case scenario, right? But then the other guy is like he's like, so there's this like extension called like caffeine, I think, which basically makes your mouse jiggle. So that like you don't you stay on like active status and like Skype and whatever. And so basically like the security people at like this company found out that was on his computer, and his boss like just randomly messaged him on Teams, and this guy was like working on like some other job or whatever, right?
Oh shit.
It was like, hey yo, like what's going on here? And apparently this dude was already like every once in a while he'd be like, oh yeah, there's like a thunderstorm, my Wi-Fi went out, I can't join like the meeting today or some shit like that. And so basically like him finding out that there's like this mouse jiggler on his computer was like the last straw.
So they fired his ass?
Yeah, so he fired his ass. which was rough. But I feel like that's fine because Man's probably had like 3 other jobs.
He probably got a couple paychecks beforehand, right?
Yeah, but the craziest thing is like there's some tech people like software engineer people, and I saw like they were like, he's like, yeah, I have 5 jobs, I make 1.2 mil a year, like each one is like 200K. I'm like,
1.2 mil?
That's crazy because like I can see like how that is maybe possible to work 5 jobs.
No,
but how would your meeting calendar?
Yeah, but like, how do you hit?
How
do you get to
yeah,
all
like
your
how
meetings?
do you? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that works, but I mean, I don't know. People are making it work, I guess.
They hustle.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. So yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy that the caffeine monster jiggler. That he's the one that bought that house, bro, out there.
In Quavo.
Quavo.
Yeah, have you run into any like celebrities since you've been in Atlanta? I feel like Atlanta's pretty like they stay true to their city and they're pretty like comfortable in their environment.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't ran into anyone yet. Like I've gone out like some nights, but like the biggest thing for me is still like meeting people, right? Like leaving home, it's just like you leave your friends or whatever, right? But like meeting people is like kind of like the main priority. But I haven't got to see any rappers or anyone like that, anyone famous. I went to like a live show actually, like last week or something. Yeah, last week I went to a live show, right? And so I was like, okay, like this is gonna be dope. It's gonna be like local, like underground, like rappers, like Atlanta culture, like really hype, right?
Yeah.
And I kid you not, it was like 3 artists. I don't know if you guys heard of So Far. It's like an international like music local like program. It's pretty cool. Like you guys should definitely check it out if you guys want like local music. But basically, it was like just like straight indie, like the most like white music I've like ever heard, right? And I'm just like, yo, like, dude, no way. This is what and the thing is like they say there's something called like holding space, right? Where it's like you hold space for the artist and like you don't leave like in the middle.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's fair, like, right? Like if it's an hour long, right? This thing was 3.5 hours long. And I was like,
oh
dude.
my God.
Yeah.
Wait, so if you tried to leave, would they like not let you, or is it just like kind of like you shouldn't, you know?
Dude, if someone else had gotten up from their seat and walked out, I would have done the same thing.
From the seat, bro. I thought you guys were all like standing up and shit. No.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's like, it was like in an outdoor like patio area. So it's like, but there's still, you have to like walk behind the artist to like leave. Right. And like, I honestly, I guess I just didn't have like the cojones to like get up and like leave. But
that'd be pretty disrespectful, I feel like.
So you just sat there for 3.5 hours?
Dude, 3.5 hours listening to indie music. And I was like, oh man. Like it was good. Like the artists were very talented, but you know, it's just like not your vibe. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's annoying.
Were you able to like at least use your phone or something without it being too like obvious?
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course. I was like, they're like, don't use your phones. So I was like, yeah, I'm looking at I'm like texting my friend I'm texting my friends like after like who are sitting with me. Like they're my cousins actually, but I'm texting them and be like, yeah, like, okay, this is like, they're talented or whatever, but like, it's just like not my vibe. Like, it's just like, not it.
Yeah, I feel you. What else have you been doing anything else to like meet new people? Because I feel like that's something I might have to do pretty soon here. So you have any tips?
I mean, for me, like balling is definitely like I guess a universal language in terms of like meeting people. Like I think I've met like the most people just like being like, oh, when I meet them, like, oh, do you guys play basketball? Like, yo, can I like hop in your runs or whatever, right? And so I started getting invited to like started getting added to the group chats or whatever, right, to go play basketball. Right. And that's like kind of a great way to like. I'm still like, you still have to like filter like, oh, who do you really like and like who do you like not like and stuff like that. And I think it's for me at least it's a great way to like meet people.
Yeah, you're fucked, Tarun.
So when you first moved to Atlanta, like, did you know anybody else besides your roommate, or was it just him that you knew when you moved?
So I have 2 cousins that live here, and so that was like a big like deal, like reason that I moved here. Like I could have also decided Seattle, and Seattle would have been cool too. But like my family mostly being on the East Coast, and then Seattle, like the weather, like 9 months of the year, it's like overcast. And I'm like, I get depressed from the weather. I feel like I'm like definitely that type of person. So just Seattle was not the move for me. So Atlanta, like a new change of pace was definitely like the right choice in my opinion.
Nice.
Is it true you're gonna start balling, man?
No, I think that's a different way to make friends. unless you want to teach me Harsha.
I feel like there's so many people in New York. It'll be very easy for you to make friends.
I wanna have the wackest 3-point form so that people come up to me and say something.
You got Harsh.
Like, oh, let's be
Harsh is the teacher.
The teacher.
In fact, let me break my shoulder.
Wait, no, like in New York though, like the culture there is you could just literally just show up at the park. You don't even have to ball. You could just be like one of the people like yelling and like watching from the sideline.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You just fucking harass them from the side and then just don't get beat up. But I mean, you can make a personality that way too.
I feel like I could get beat up really easy though.
You always gotta take those risks, you know.
So Ron, you're moving to California, and Tarun, you're moving to New York in a little bit.
Yeah, I'm moving. I think to California probably like in January next year for my job.
Oh, no, yeah.
And Tarun's just moving for fun.
For fun, indeed. Yeah. So hopefully by like next March.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, Harsha, you're moving.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna move to Chicago in next year too, in the winter.
Oh, nice. In the winter too? That's cold. That's cold, man. That's rough.
Yeah, it'll be rough for the first 3 months, but then after that should be okay.
But then
When you come back to Northern Virginia.
I didn't realize that Chicago was such a high-rated city. A lot of people like started moving there and like really like it. Like I always thought of it as like a like just it's a city, yeah, but it's like it has like that crime oversight, right?
Yeah,
that's like umbrella and like it's cold, like all of that. So I was like, oh, not many people like to move there, but I like visited like recently, and just like a lot of people talk about like, oh yeah, Chicago is dope, like so much to do and stuff like that. So,
I still say like Chicago in the summer might be the best city in the U.S. I feel like to be in the summer.
It's a bold take.
What would you say? The best summer city?
Best summer city? I think Seattle might be up there.
Yeah, I would say that, but then this past year when I went to Seattle, it was so fucking cold, and it was like June, so I don't know what's going on there.
That's your problem. I mean, I haven't been to like Austin or Dallas, but I feel like that would be a nice place to visit. And so, even though like it'll be hot, but it's not like hot around here where it gets humid and shit, you know?
Yeah. I haven't been to Austin yet.
Also haven't been to Miami, but I feel like that would be a good shout just because it's crazy.
Yeah, I think Texas is still kind of too hot. And I went to Miami in December and I thought it was really hot. So I don't even know how it is in the summer.
Yeah, but you're not a party guy. You're settled down.
Speaking of traveling though, Rishi, have you been on any trips recently?
Recently since nothing crazy. I mean, I went to Cali like 2 weeks ago. Went to Tahoe for the first time. If you guys have not gone to Tahoe, it's really dope. Like it has like honestly, I'm definitely gonna consider doing my like bachelor party there when the time comes. Because it's actually has like what? First I gotta get a girl. But the thing is, like it has casinos, right? Like it's right on the edge of Cali in Nevada, so there's casinos like right across the street. And your boy had a good run. Like I turned like 200 up to like 1,000, like 300, something like that. So I was like, 1,000,
okay.
Right? No. Then that's how they get you. I was like, okay, I'll play with profits, right? I'll play with profits. My boy Eddie at the table was like, started dealing, right? Statistically, like you shouldn't like. If you're on a cold streak, statistically, like you think it should change, right? But at the end of the day, they say the gambler's fallacy or whatever, right? Where it's like every odd is different. Like it's the same. The odds don't change.
Right.
And so 1,300, then I ended up net negative 200.
Oh, no.
What games did you play?
Played roulette a little bit. I mean, you just like put on black. I don't like to play with numbers or whatever. And then blackjack. Blackjack is really fun. I mean, it's just like the easiest to understand and kind of like try to play by the book.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, I need to learn a lot of these like casino like gambling games better. I feel like I don't know really like anything about them.
Why do you need to learn them?
Wait, what about the $30 poker set we bought in college?
We played like twice. I just feel like it's a good like base knowledge to have. Like,
that you're gonna make your friends in New York.
No. That's ball and then gamble. Yeah. Right after. No, I just feel like it's like sometimes you find yourself in those situations where there could be a potential to make some money, you know, off your friends and whatnot. So
I'm glad you view people like that.
Wait, so where else you go in California?
So I went to I went to Tahoe, and then I went to San Francisco is where I was staying.
Mm-hmm.
And then in San Fran, like I'd already been a couple times, so I've done like the basics like Fisherman's Wharf and like Golden Gate Bridge, stuff like that. I really want to do Napa. I heard Napa's really nice. I still have yet to do that. But I'm not like I'm not a huge wine guy, and I also prefer red. I didn't know a lot of people like white wine over red wine, but I definitely am a red wine kind of guy. But like the weather is just always fantastic. Like it's not too hot, not too cold. Like I understand the Cali, like why people love Cali. Like I definitely get it. And the views are just like uncomparable to like the East Coast in certain aspects.
Mm-hmm. Them fucking gas prices, man. Some bullshit. There are some downsides to California. It's just way too not affordable to live there, man. You have to make a lot of money to be doing well there.
Okay, you're getting to go out there, man. So what are you saying?
I'm not making a lot of money, so I don't know.
I heard Uber on the side is very lucrative, Haran.
Actually, I might consider it. I'm kind of down. I'm kind of down to Uber.
Yeah, especially if you do insider trading and you get
I need to hit those J3s.
But what do you mean? Like how expensive is a gallon of gas in Cali? Or like where you're
It's about like I think it peaked at like $8.
Fuck.
Oh.
Hey, San Fran's only 7 by 7.
It's fucked.
Actually, in Iceland, I think a gallon of gas is like 12 or 15, something like that.
Yeah, but they still use like horses, so it's chill.
They don't use horses. Do they use horses?
Probably.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know anything about Iceland other than the gas. And the ring road.
So, are there any places you want to go visit soon, like in the near future, Rishi?
So I'm really trying to do actually Oktoberfest next year. I'm trying to go to Germany. Like it happens in September, of course, but it's called Oktoberfest. Yeah. But I'm trying to do that because I feel like that's something that it's like an experience that you want to do when you're young and when it's fun, kind of. Not when you're like have kids and like. I think it would just be more fun with like your boys and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm trying to get that planned out for sure.
Did your brother go there?
Yeah, he had a crazy time. He went there with a bunch of friends. I've seen him like he bought what's the thing called, like the overalls.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Lederhosen, right?
Lederhosen,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's pretty crazy. Like it looks like fun, dude. I also feel like I could not hang whatsoever there though, because like beer, like people drink a beer for breakfast there, right? And it like
I don't know if it's that extreme, but I'm sure they can.
You think you could down a boot?
I think I could down a boot. Well, how much time? Like, are you saying down it as in like chug it, or down it as in like finish it?
Yeah, I mean,
chug it. No.
I mean, you don't have to go like without stopping. You
right.
can take a break and then like resume. But
I think I can finish a boot in 20 minutes if I really tried.
20 minutes.
20 minutes?
You think
I'm thinking 20 seconds.
Yeah,
20 seconds. God,
20 minutes, but we were just sipping it at that point.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah, probably less. 5 minutes.
Okay.
I just feel like
I can respect 5 minutes.
Because like even when I like shotgun beers, right? Like the cold and the carbonation really gets to me. Specifically the cold.
The key is to put the boot into the funnel, and then you just have no choice to kill it within 5 seconds.
Rushi, have you ever been to Japan? Why they say like that?
Japan?
Yeah, I mean that's really. Actually, yeah, I have been.
That's crazy! What a coincidence! What a guest!
Yeah.
Trun only asked him because Trun really wants to go to Japan.
I really do.
He wants that insider knowledge.
We could also explain the context if you wanted to.
Yeah, so for as long as I've known Rushi, right, I know that Japanese has been a big part of his life.
Yeah.
So I was just curious if you went to Japan and what your experience was like and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, I could talk a little bit about it, but so basically, I learned Japanese since first grade. Did an immersion program. So when I like tell that, like people are like, "What, first grade?" But it's like it's not like that intense in elementary school. It's like you learn math and science in Japanese, which to me, I'm just like honestly like, why the hell did they make us do that? But like whatever, that's a different different question. And so then like I did it all throughout high school, and then I went to Japan for an exchange. So I had 2 exchange students because TJ actually had a great like program with a school in Japan where they would send over exchange students and you could go. So I did that I had 2 students. They ended up both being brothers. I had one like freshman year and I think one junior year, and they were both really cool people. I still talk to them once in a while. So I love that. That's a cool, dope relationship that I still have with them. And so I went to Japan on my junior year of high school. And it was last minute too. Like I was not planning on going. And then suddenly like, I was just like, okay, let me go. And I booked everything like last minute, like paid overpriced for like almost everything, but it was definitely worth it. And so it's still one of my top trips. But so for that trip, I went for a month and a half. In the first 2 weeks where it was like an exchange program. So I stayed I didn't host anyone that year. So usually like when you host someone, you stay at their same house like that year. Right. But I just stayed at like someone who had came and I stayed at their house. Really cool people. So went to school with them. And honestly, Japan in itself is just like a culture shock. I think out of every country that I've ever been to, it's just like there's something about it that like sets it apart in terms of like hospitality, like culture, cleanliness, how they like treat one another. Like if you just like take example of like COVID, right? Like they had no COVID cases because everyone just like wore masks when they were supposed to, and they like wear it when they have like a cold or a cough. Like it's kind of crazy like how much like respect, like what's the word for it? Like respect for others or something like that. But it's just really cool how they had that. And then there's so much like history and like that's preserved and like really respected, like Buddhism being like one of the top religions there. There's a lot of like history and art that's just like really like you can really appreciate it when you see it, like when you go and you see it. Of course, at that time, you can't really experience like the nightlife or whatever, or like how it is like to party really. So that's something like I do want to go back and like try that out and experience that. But in terms of like a first trip and just Japan in itself, there's nothing that can really describe it. It's one of my bucket list items that I do want to do when I go back. I don't know if you've ever seen it on TikTok or like any video, but like Mario Karting through like Tokyo streets. Like you dress up as one of those
I think I've seen
Mario, Luigi, Toad, whatever. And then you just drive a go-kart through the streets of Tokyo like at night. Like, come on, that would be so dope.
I didn't know that they had that as like a service. Like you could like pull up and, do it. I thought that was just like something they did as like a prank or whatever you want to call it.
Nah. It's something you can do. You pay to do it. And honestly, I'm one of the persons that would like pay to do it.
Yeah, that's lit. Do you still speak Japanese like at all?
To yourself?
To myself. No, I mean, like, it's definitely died down. I'm definitely not as good as it used to be. And I mean, of course, like, there's like, I did study it for so many years, and I'm like, I should kind of like try to practice it. And honestly, the only way that I kind of do that is watching anime. And I only started watching anime actually after like I stopped studying Japanese. It was kind of like weird. Like I just like, it was just something that I was like, oh, it's probably good to like just like watch it. And it's honestly very entertaining TV. So
like, you can understand pretty well still though, right? I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, like one of the flexes is like I watch anime with no subtitles. Like, come on, that's like kind of
dope. Tarun, you're probably the one who's most enthusiastic about going to Japan. What are you most looking? What's like your dream day or visit or whatever in Japan?
That's tough. I haven't thought that deeply into it, but I feel like number one, like getting some like really good sushi at like the way it's supposed to be, not like like I think I've been to some good sushi restaurants here, but it's not like authentic like it is there, right? And also like the fish there would be so much fresher because they get it themselves, they don't ship it over. But no, I think I just want to experience like what Rushi was saying with like how like culture rich it is. I think I've said this before on the podcast too, but like any type of like Japanese like craft, let's say, like any literally anything, they treat it with so much respect. Like these sushi chefs, for example, do it for like 30 to 50 years before they call themselves like a master, right? And then they get like a mentor or a mentee, and like train them or whatever. And even like in the way that like they treat like the materials or like they're like knives and stuff like that is like super respectful. Like they're always super clean, and yeah, just like the way they treat everything. Well, I don't know. I think that's just like super interesting to me. I feel like that's like really indicative of like how much they care about like anything that they do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't feel like people have that sense here like at all. I'm not saying I do either, but I think that's like it's just like a foreign thing to us here.
Have you ever seen like one thing that you should definitely do is a Japanese baseball game? Like I haven't been, but like have you guys ever seen like the way that they cheer is like they like every batter that comes up, they have like a specific cheer for that batter, and like everyone in the audience is saying it. Like you guys should definitely just pull up like a video on YouTube, and like it's actually like astounding how they do it.
Yeah, the atmosphere is kind of like college sports almost, but like because like it's more like intimate, I guess is kind of the thing.
Yeah, I hate how we don't have like more chants in like sports here.
Well, okay, that's because here I know it's like that in Europe a little bit too, but here everybody just goes to sporting events like that aren't like super into the sport, and they'll just go and like drink, and then there's just be a bunch of drunk idiots.
Yeah, that is
fair.
Know? I guess it's more of like a. Like I guess like fans in like Europe, like they're way more invested in their team, and like they go every week, like the same crowd, I guess. I don't know. I just feel like we could do more than just fucking defense, clap, clap. Like it's just that. Like come on, like we could mix it up. We could like make specific. We have like good players on teams that we could like make chants for, and we don't.
Also, though, like is European football like way older than American football?
This is older than America.
I mean, European football, like the professional teams all started like pretty much the same time like baseball started here, I'd say. Maybe a little bit later, a little bit earlier there.
Which is like when?
Like late 1800s.
Late 1800s, yeah.
And then when did American football start? Like early 1900s?
75 years ago? 50 years ago?
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I just feel like it's more intertwined with their culture potentially, which is why. Yeah. But also like us, I feel like Americans aren't really like that imaginative or ruthless.
Yeah.
We're like ruthless in the wrong ways. Like we're either racist. We're racist, but we have no chance. You know, I don't know. Not me. Maybe you guys could.
Okay, so getting back to Japan, I'm hoping to go to Japan. There's a potential that I have a work trip to Tokyo next year, which would be super hype. But that's not the point of me saying this. The point of me saying this is one of the first thing I think of when I think of Japan is they have a lot of like crazy foods and crazy like, I don't know, crazy flavors of things. And so specifically Kit Kats. And so I came up with a little game of trying to figure out whether these Kit Kat flavors I tell you are real or fake. So for a little background knowledge, Kit Kat itself has had over 300 flavors. Most of them have been special edition flavors, which have only been distributed in Japan or first distributed in Japan. So there's 15 flavors I have written before me here. You keep track of your own score because I want to be able to keep track of 4 people's answers for 15 questions.
But should we do like 7 of them or something? 15 too many.
No, it's gonna be rapid fire. Don't think about it too hard.
Oh, okay.
So you're saying a flavor, and we're saying yes or no if it's Japanese,
or if it's real.
Oh, real. Sorry, yeah.
And if you guys want to play together, you can play together, or we could do it individual. It's up to you.
We can play together.
Yeah, let's play together.
Yeah, okay. Let's play together. Yeah.
All right.
And we'll do it right after this commercial break. And we're back. Is everyone ready to play this game?
Yeah,
I know we're ready.
30 seconds of ads for 15 Kit Kat flavors. Let's go. This episode is brought to you by Kit Kat. First flavor. I feel like this is a gimme. Wasabi.
Would that be a good Kit Kat flavor?
I mean, it wouldn't, but we have to. I mean, I don't know.
Real.
I fucking real.
Yeah, real. It's just too Japanese to not be real.
This is the first one that I thought of as like, I don't know if you've seen like Good Mythical Morning or whatever. They have like, 7 Kit Kat flavors from across the world or some shit like that. And that's like the stereotypical Japanese one is wasabi. Okay. Second one. Cheese.
Cheese flavored Kit Kat. Wait, what does that mean though? It's just like cheese covered in chocolate?
I mean, it's flavoring of the like
the outside.
No, like
the outer coating,
and like that part that's right above the wafer in there. Like where the chocolate usually is. So I guess like cheese flavored chocolate.
I'm saying fake, but I don't know.
I think
not.
I think it's real because sometimes we put like cheese and ramen and stuff out there. I don't know. I think so. I would just be like, yeah, like why not try cheese?
Rishi, what do you think?
Honestly, I think no, but like Japan does some weird stuff, man. I don't know. I know some flavors that are weird, so it's like it could be. I just don't know that one specifically.
Harsh said fake, right?
Yeah, I would go with fake. I feel like cheese is like weird to put with chocolate.
Majority
fake.
Okay. It is real.
Damn
Fuck you guys! I told you. Come on.
And make your own team then, huh?
All right, so the third flavor is seaweed or nori, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, he said nori. It's real.
Yeah, real.
Imagine he just did that to throw us off.
No, it can't be. No, it's definitely fake.
It's fake. It's
Yeah.
God damn it. Imagine going over the top like that, Christian. Come on now.
All right, fourth one. So you got 1 out of 3 so far.
Yeah, that's not great.
That's a tough ratio. You fell off. Lemon soda.
What?
Lemon soda.
Wouldn't it just be lemon? Why is it lemon soda?
No, you get the texture of the soda.
Fake.
You think Christian think of lemon soda?
Although they drink like a lot of like they drink like yogurt soda, It's just like it's like a thing,
I'm gonna say real.
Yeah, this one's tough. I don't know. I want to say real too, but
Let's go real. Let's go real then.
Or should you concur?
Yeah, real's good.
Okay, good, because it's real.
Is there any other information you could provide us with about this? Like, it's literally just.
I mean, it did kind of look just like lemon, but it wasn't just lemon flavor. A lot of these are like special edition from like 6, 7, 8 years ago or something.
Oh shit! Okay.
So I don't know if they're still attainable, but
Hey, that's when Rishi was there, pretty much. He must
yeah.
You might have had this.
dude, I only know the green tea one. The green tea
one's a
cats
classic.
are like
Yeah.
really good. Yeah.
well,
Is that the next one?
matcha.
That's real. That's real. That's real as hell.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
true.
I thought we'd throw in another gimme. Soy sauce flavor.
Come
Feels
on,
kind
now.
of.
What are we doing with kick? I want to try these actually.
Yeah, it feels
I'm actually
forced.
really
It feels
interested.
forced.
It feels forced.
So we're going with no.
I don't know.
My guess is no.
Yeah, I think it's fake. Yeah.
I'll go fake.
It's real.
I knew it.
Damn.
Who the hell is eating soy sauce Kit
Bro,
Kat?
if they made it, they didn't mean that people ate it, bro.
I feel like that.
But why are
wouldn't
they
be that
making
bad,
it
though.
then?
Like, what does soy sauce even taste like? It's just kind of salty,
Salt, yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet and salty, bro.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Okay, the next one is durian. Durian. The fruit.
Durian?
Durian?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, they love a bit of durian out there.
Durian is fucking disgusting, but I'll say it's real.
Yeah, it's gotta be real. You guys know what durian
Yeah,
is?
it's got to be real.
The
I
shit
don't
in
know.
the whole time.
Isn't it a plant or something like that? It's like a spice.
No, it's like a really stinky
fruit.
ass fruit. It's kind of like a.
Oh,
Oh,
it's,
It does, I
It's
think it
kinda
does
like a
have it does
jackfruit.
have spikes, right? Doesn't it have spikes?
Yeah,
the
the spikes.
on that
Yeah.
side, yeah. Anyway, it's fake. Although I will say that I Googled like all of these flavors to make sure. I mean, maybe it does exist somewhere, but I couldn't find it.
I wouldn't be surprised if they have that shit in Malaysia, dude, the way they eat durians down there.
The next one is cauliflower.
Cauliflower.
Fake.
Cauliflower.
No, that's gotta be fake.
That's gotta
Christian's
be
like,
real.
what kind of random shit can I put in this flavor list?
yeah, fake.
Yeah, that's another gimme. Okay.
Oh, what the fuck does cauliflower even taste like?
After
That you can make a flavor out of it. It's just like starch, right? I don't know. Not even starch. I don't know. Yeah, like plain
Okay.
fiber.
Next up, we got another fruit, lychee.
Oh,
Oh, 100%. It's
I
real.
love
Yeah,
it.
100%.
Sounds
I think
real.
so.
yeah,
Lychee's sweet anyway.
yeah.
Indeed, it is real.
Let's go.
I think you guys are up to 5 out of like 9?
10?
10?
Oh, no. Oh.
Somewhere around there. Next up, we got peppermint.
I feel like I've seen that here, right?
But only,
Yeah, peppermint Kit Kats?
wait, this is real or just Japan? Or
This is like period.
What? It's
Like-
just real in general, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real.
It's got to be right. Like for a holiday
Real.
season, they
Yeah.
must have at some point.
Okay, so I couldn't find it. And so I have it as fake. There's the mint one. There's the one that's just mint and dark chocolate. That's like green. But I couldn't. I didn't believe this myself. So
How the hell do they not have a peppermint? Yo, we should.
They
Kit Kat,
must
the
have.
marketing department's lacking.
Let's go pitch it to them right now, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, the marketing department's lacking.
like they must. Yeah, exactly. Grape.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that has to be real though, right? Like a
That
lot of
sounds
people
real.
like grape flavoring.
Yeah.
I think I've had it before. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, funny you should say that because it's real.
He said fake. I'm like, damn.
Rusha, you like grape flavored stuff, right? Don't you?
Great. Not really. It's not like one of my favorite fruits or anything. But
Wait, why?
That's a
No,
very,
I just
very
feel like I
specific
remember-
why is that?
accusation.
Yeah. Why'd you remember that?
No,
Very
I don't know.
specific
I just-
accusation.
It's not accusations. I thought it was true. I don't know. I just remember. I feel like I remember you in college being like grape soda. I love grape soda or something. I don't know.
What?
I just got that. That feeling from you. Know.
Fair enough.
My bad.
Yeah. Nah.
Okay. Next one we got sweet and sour.
So soy sauce.
Unless it's like Maggie sauce.
Maggie sauce.
Sweet and sour. I'm gonna say fake.
Fake.
I think it's
Yeah.
fake, too.
Fake.
It is indeed fake.
Next one is like General So's.
General sauce.
Next up we got sweet potato.
Real.
I know that's real.
Ooh.
I know that's real.
You know that's real?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know how or why I know that's real, but I know it's real.
That's real.
Real.
You know what sucks is that
Uh,
I was gonna say potato, which is fake, but then I changed it last minute to sweet potato.
Oh,
Oh, then
real.
why'd you do that, man? Yeah.
Because I thought
I mean,
you
I-
had some extra
I wouldn't
points.
know that was fake. 'Cause-
Oh, wow, you're so good at this game.
Next up we got caramel/caramel, depending on how you say it.
I mean,
Real.
fake.
Real. I think that's like American fake.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it's fake. I think it's fake. Christian's trying to
I
play
think
this.
Yeah,
Christian's trying to
he's trying
play
to play
this like a
us.
fiddle.
Bro,
Am
but I feel like
I'm
that's
biting.
real because
I'm
that's
not
like the
biting.
first one that I felt like is definitely like it would definitely be good if I had it, you know?
All right, that's 3 reals.
yeah.
We're
It's
locking
fake.
in real.
Fuck, what?
Stop
Damn.
playing
It's-
us, Christian.
It's
Stop
another
playing.
one
How do
where
you
I
have-
couldn't believe that it wasn't real.
We literally
They're gonna
got
have
this call
lemon
calling
soda,
them.
but
Wait,
not
who?
that. Like, come
Yeah.
on.
Who made,
Bro, we need
is
to
it
bring this
Nestle
to
that does
pitch
Kit Kat? Who does Kit Kat?
Nestle?
Nestle? Hey, Nestle?
Nestle?
We gotta Nestle?
What'd you
Yeah.
say?
Nestle?
Okay, you're cut off.
what?
Nestle? You can't say
Nestle?
that shit out here.
Okay.
All right, final one. I think you guys are on like 7 or 8. Does that sound right? Yeah,
I don't know.
This
We're
one's
gonna keep
worth
it
double
trying.
points,
Yeah.
even though you're not competing against anybody. Peach.
Yeah, that's real.
It's gotta be
It's
real.
I
gotta
think
be
so.
real.
Yeah,
I
I've
can
had that. I'm
imagine the
pretty sure
pink
I've had that.
wrapper and everything, bro. Come on.
I can
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
the big rap.
What
It's
are we
gotta
talking
be
about
pink.
again?
It's gotta be pink wrapper. It's gotta be real.
Well, it's actually
No
a
way.
yellow wrapper, but
Oh,
fair enough.
Bro, Kit Kat needs to hire me, man. I could do a lot for that.
Damn.
I don't know
This
what
made
the
me just-
score is, but
This made me just
I-
hungry for Kit Kats right now.
We got 16.
yeah. Okay.
I feel
Yeah.
like as a team we conquered that pretty well,
Hmm.
despite our wrongdoings.
Yeah.
Was it difficult? I was actually just curious. Is it difficult to get vegetarian food in Japan, or is it pretty like chill to get your vegetarian food there too?
Yeah, so I mean, so when I went, right, so I was like vegetarian. Well, I'm still vegetarian, but like there's like nuances now. But basically, when I went, I actually do. That's like one of big regret. I'm like, how could I have like? We went to like the most famous like sushi restaurants, like ramen places or whatever,
Yeah.
right? And my high school butt was like, nah, I'm vegetarian. I can't. And like the vegetarian food was really good. I probably had like. I had a different dish every single day for like a month and a half. But I feel like that's like the limit. Like a month and a half was like I used all the vegetarian food, and then if I would have to repeat after that.
That's still pretty solid though. You
that
get a
is
month and a
solid,
half with like new dishes each time. But
yeah, it was really good. I did like but now that I think back to it, I'm like, dude, how could I not have had like the best sushi in the world, or like tried it or something like that, or like the best ramen in the world, right? Like, regrets.
So when do you decide that? Like, what food do you make these nuances for? Or
like the best of anything, honestly. Like that's like if the people that I trust, if they say like this is like the best I've ever had, then I'll try it.
With Car then.
Everything's a go for Car.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so that's kind of how I play it. Still don't have beef though, but like other stuff, like
That's fair.
But when you cook for yourself, you cook vegetarian food though.
Yeah, I cook like, so that's why I'm like 95% vegetarian. When I go out, and like I still won't really order meat anyway, so it's just like if my friends get really good like food and they say, oh my god, like this is the best, like I tried oysters, I hated oysters, never gonna have that again. I just think it's like overpriced for what you get.
Yeah,
and just like the texture is like not
completely.
it.
You gotta go during like happy hours when they have like happy hour oysters where they give you like $1 for an
50
oyster.
for like
$1 oyster. Yeah.
I mean, it's still not great though. Like, regardless, like, it's just like a slimy little like whatever. And they give you like tomato sauce and hot sauce on it. I put it on there, and all it tastes like is like tomato sauce and hot sauce. Like, and it's like salty. It's like salty. It's like salty, wet hot sauce. Like essentially.
So you said that you started this Japanese immersion program in first grade. Like, what was the reason?
So it was. I actually don't know. I never really asked my parents that question. That's a good question.
I don't think Rushi in first grade was the one like I need to go to Japanese immersion.
So I was just curious, like, did they do it with your sister, or is just something they just did to you?
No, my sister's like 7 years older than me, so she went to like a different schools. But so when I started, like my school just offered it. It was like one of the it was the only school I think in like the whole like area. Maybe I think there was one other school, I can't remember which one it was. So it was a cool program, so I did that. I'm still quite like, it's still questionable why. My parents kept me in Japanese immersion instead of putting me at like in GT or whatever I think it was, like at Oak Hill. So I did, but I really enjoyed it. I think it was like a great thing to be part of.
Wait, when you say
learning languages is also really cool.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but when you say like learning like math and science in Japanese, that means like you're like doing Japanese curriculum of math and science, or they're just like learning like the U.S. curriculum of math and science in Japanese language?
Yeah, so it's the U.S. curriculum in Japanese.
So let's say like if your parents like were signing you up for like the Japanese, maybe like it was like more advanced, that's why they did it. But if it's just American, it's not really changing.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, the thing that they thought advanced my my intellect was Kumon, and I hated that.
Oh, you mentioned your sister, and she's older than you. She also has 2 kids now. Is that right?
She has 1 kid, yeah.
Oh, one kid.
One kid. Yeah, he's turning 2 in like in Thanksgiving, like November 24th. So that's exciting. Diwali's right around the corner, or like this weekend. So I'm going up to Charlotte to visit them. Oh, nice. That'll be cool.
How's it like being a young uncle?
Oh, I mean, it's awesome. Like, it's really cool. Like, it's kind of like the thing to me. It's like, it's kind of fun being the fun uncle, like being like the person that they have the most fun with. Like that's it's just like, and when they acknowledge that like they're having fun, and like it's just like, so there's like a satisfaction you get from it. I think like it's kind of wholesome, I guess, in that sense. But yeah, it's honestly pretty fun. And I hate the babysitting part about it. Like that still sucks and all that. But yeah, it's awesome, like to spend time with him and my sister and brother-in-law and stuff like that.
I would like playing around with kids, but then as soon as they start crying, I'll be all right. Like I want to call the parents back in because like I ain't dealing with this shit. They're fun to play around for like with an hour, and then like I don't want to do anything else at like in between those times. But,
Do you know how to change a diaper, Rushi?
I know how to change a diaper. Yeah, that is something that I have learned how to do. Wow. So it sucks. It really
this way learned how to change a diaper before he learned how to make like, I don't know, like, or you just learned how to cook, right? I mean,
Probably the type. Yeah, man.
That's how
it's not too bad, I guess, but it still sucks. I try to not do it.
Yeah.
So I only do it when I really have to. Like I'm not like if I go for 2 weeks, like I realize like I've understood like how hard kids are.
Yeah.
So it's like, dang, if I could give my sister like a 2-week break or something like that, like what is it like? Is it really like gonna kill me to change a diaper or like feed him dinner or whatever it might be? Like, yeah, just do it for like 2 weeks or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. That's true. So are you gonna buy him a PS5 or?
Nah. That's I mean, dude, we grew up like I guess all of us we grew up with like gold spoons, like I would like gold spoon and down, I would say.
Yeah.
But like this kid, man, he is growing up with like a platinum spoon, like like a platinum. Like he's beyond the level, dude. He's like he gets toys that are not even in his age size, right? So it's like, dude, what? Like we didn't even get toys when it was our birthday. Like sometimes, what? But yeah, for sure. Like that generation or like this next generation is gonna be just different. Like
for sure.
I think.
Is he an iPad kid?
No, he's a Coco Melon kid. I don't know if you guys know about Coco Melon. That shit's crack for kids. Like I think it's a Coco Melon epidemic or something.
Dude, what if the creators of Coco Melon are like secretly like brainwashing all these kids? They're just gonna do like a zombie apocalypse in like 20.
They can easily do it.
Yeah,
dude, it's like
there's a science behind it. I like had to look it up. It's like it's so like the colors are like super bright, right? And they change the camera angles like really quickly, so like that keeps the kids' attention. Like it's like within like 2 seconds, like the camera angles change for whatever it's showing, and it's just like it's honestly like it's crack. Like I don't know how else to describe it. Like it really is.
Did your sister and your brother-in-law like immediately have full trust in you to like look after your nephew, or like did you have to like prove it to them that you were capable?
I think I had to prove it to them because I definitely they definitely did not trust me at first, I think. But honestly, for me too, I wanted to show them that I could take care of him when they were gone or whatever. Yeah. So I think it went both ways where like they were trying to see if I was ready and I was like trying to prove that like I'm responsible in that sense, right? Yeah. Like of course it's my nephew. Like I want to be responsible when I take care of him.
Yeah.
Trudy, you gonna be ready for that responsibility soon, man?
Dude, definitely not, dude. It is like at least okay, so for some context, like my brother and my sister-in-law got married like last year, and I am assuming that they would have a kid within the next 5 years, probably.
Yeah.
And so basically my sister-in-law's sister, they have a kid, and like this is like the closest I've been to like family that has like a baby, basically like a young baby that I see somewhat often, like every few months. And the way that they like parent this baby is crazy, bro. Like the baby wakes up at 6, they wake up at 6, and they like the baby lives on like an insane schedule. Like she has to go to sleep at a certain time, she has to eat at a certain time, she naps at a certain time, and if you stray from that at all, basically the people that pay the consequences are like the parents, right? Because like then the baby's up all night and like you have to deal with it and all that type of shit. So I just feel like living by that routine would be so stressful day in and day out. And I feel like generally like this baby, she's like really calm and like really chill. But like I'm imagining like if it's any other kind of kid, like that would be a living hell. Although like I think like what Rishi was saying about like when you can see they're having fun or like smiling, like gives a lot of satisfaction. It is pretty crazy because like I don't know, at least when I'm like around this baby, it's interesting to me because like these are like the first time that she's like sort of experiencing like life, you know. So to like to be able to like do things like for the first time is like just a crazy kind of like concept to me, you know. Obviously I don't remember it, but like to do things that I think would have her have a good time, you know. It's just like really it's really wholesome.
That's the thing, like, whenever like I go back to like Malaysia or when I used to go back to Singapore, like and like I see like these family members that like I don't see that often, but they'd seen me when I was growing up there when I was like a baby, and they'll always be like, oh, like I remember like like seeing you walk for the first time or like climb this for the first time, and I was like, I literally have no recollection, but thank you. I guess like I don't know what to say.
Yeah. They're like, do you remember me? Sorry, I don't remember you when I was like 2 months old, or like 3 months old or something.
Yeah, that happened when like at my brother's wedding. I was in like the elevator going to my room or something, and there's like some uncle in there that was like, "Yeah, I knew you since you were like a kid." And I'm like, "All right, bet." And I was like, I gotta go.
You want to take a shot? You want to take a shot with me, uncle?
No, they didn't say all that, but I was just like, "Who the hell was that?" And I couldn't even like describe them like well enough to my mom to figure out who it was. So,
Who it was?
Yeah, that actually happened to me. Like when I went to India this past time, it was been like maybe 9-10 years since the last time I went. So I had to go to this like store, not even a store, it's walking distance. It was like a little cart where you can get like milk and bread, like just regular stuff really quickly. So I had to go do that. So then I went and I was like, wait, where is it? Because like I don't really remember where it is. And then they were like, wait, you don't remember? And I was like, no. That's why I asked. When I was younger, apparently, I would like ask my grandpa for like, I don't know, like 10 rupees or whatever. Like I would consistently ask him every time I wake up, and then he would give it to me, and I would walk to the store and get some chocolate for myself and come back.
My God. Shit doesn't change.
Until he said no.
Wait, this was not 10 years ago. This was when you were young.
No, this is when I was like maybe like 3 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I probably. Yeah, I still did it. I did it as a pastime too.
Wait, was it the same dude that was working at the store? Or a different
and probably not. But
okay.
That'd be crazy.
It'd be crazy if the store dude was like, "Hey, here's some chocolate for like from back in the day." So, it'd be crazy.
That's kind of what I want to do though. My nephew's like second birthday. What I'm doing is I'm getting him a wine bottle that's like dated on the year of his birth, like 2020. And then like basically gonna crack it open when he turns 21. I was like, that's a good gift. Nice. It's a good for me.
Like the long term.
Yeah, long term. But I just saw that like video idea somewhere, and I was like, oh wow, that's actually pretty creative in that sense. I was like, that's a really cool like idea to do.
So essentially, you're getting him nothing for his second birthday.
Yeah, but what does he mean, really? Like, come on.
You already planned them, bro.
Platinum.
Yeah, platinum.
Scenes on his 16th birthday when he just rips it open.
He's like having a house party. He cracks it open and like fills it back up with like water or something, so you don't find out.
Yeah.
And then he just goes and sits and watches Coco Melon anyway.
It'd be kind of crazy. That would be what he'll be turning 21 like 19 years from now.
Yeah, 2041.
Yeah, it's
Dude, we're gonna be so old, bro. Fuck.
Hey.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Well, we be 43? Oh, fuck.
Hey.
Oh, God.
Growing up is something else, man. The years fly by, especially like these years after college.
Yeah.
Just, like,
I feel like after
crazy
COVID, everything just like accelerated.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
What's one thing you've noticed about yourself that's different from like when you were in college? Just like how you operate your life, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, like I like to have more of a routine for sure now. Like I keep the weekends free, but I do like to keep like the weekdays like more of a routine in terms of, like I work, then I try to hit the gym, of course, or like play basketball, whatever it might be. Come back, I cook. Then like I'll wind down for a little bit and then like repeat that. And like it sounds kind of boring, of course, but like I think that consistency for a little bit, at least for like having the ability to maintain consistency like is definitely like something that like I like to work, like that needs to be worked on, I think, for everyone.
Yeah.
So do you have to go to the office every day for your job?
So not every day. I have to go in twice a week. I have like on-call stuff starting from like November, so I've been like from then I have to go. I'm like mandatory. I have to go in 2 times a week. Right now I've been going in probably like 1 time a week, 2 times a week. Like I've been traveling and stuff. So, but yeah. Soon enough I'll have to go in, which I'm not really looking forward to. But I mean, depending on the days, like you got to meet people and stuff like that. Yeah. But a lot of people are still remote, so they don't even come in. Yeah. Or like they don't come in on consistent days. So it's tough.
But I'm sure the office is nice, right? Like you get like a lot of food and like nice shit.
Yeah, I mean the food's not free. MITRE has free food.
Wait, why? This is when does MITRE have free food?
For the last since COVID, all of COVID, dude.
Damn.
Shit, dude. I mean, I wasn't gonna go regardless.
That's what you get for never going to the office.
Yeah. No, fuck that.
Bro, true. They've had it's actually pretty good. Like everything at lunch, all the coffee stations and everything, it's all free.
Oh wow. Okay. I mean, I still don't think that would have persuaded me to go to the rest of there, but like, I definitely felt like I was gypped anytime I bought lunch at Miter because like they do it by like weight or whatever, and I just like got it. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
What did you buy for lunch that was so heavy?
I mean, it wasn't heavy. It's just like to have enough food to like fill me up, it would end up being like $11, $12, $13 for like somewhat mediocre food. You know, at least it was back then. I think. If it's free, dude, the food's amazing. You know.
Yeah, free makes everything taste like 3 levels better.
3 levels better. Yeah. Huron, you want to talk about your blanket?
No, I don't really want to. Which, do you remember my blanket?
The story back then. Yeah, I don't remember it, but I remember what you guys told me. The last thing I remember is peeing off the 3rd floor balcony of your guys' apartment, and then that's it. That's it. And then I woke up on a blanket. That's it. That's all. With a blanket on me. That's it.
I even remember that. I actually don't remember that night. I can't remember what party we even went to, or if we had a pregame at our place. All I just remember is I'm pretty sure I was in my room, and then like someone called me out. They're like, "Rushi threw up on your blanket," and I was like, "What?" And then I walked out, and then I just saw Rushi like passed out with just
not one of my greatest nights. Not one of my greatest nights.
I guess we did mention that Rushi went to college with us. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But so Rushi went to Virginia Tech with us. That's when Christian met Rushi, of course.
Yeah.
I met Rushi back in high school, and then as Tarun said, they've known Rushi since middle school. There was one story in college that involved Harsha, Tarun, and Rushi that I think we should share on the podcast. And I think either Harsha or Tarun should share it. I think you guys can choose.
Harsha, you got it.
Yeah, so I don't even know if Rushi remembered this story, but it was like freshman year. People had chem lab freshman year, and it's
oh, of course, dude. Yeah.
like if you miss a couple, I guess it's a big deal for your grade or something.
Yeah, you couldn't really miss.
Dude, I was just still in the high school mentality. It was like early freshman year. I was still in the high school mentality where it's like, dude, I have to be like perfect. Yeah. And like I realized, like literally, like I did not have to be perfect to like graduate.
So like he
continue.
Needed something. What did you need? Like your lab notebook or goggles or something?
Yeah, you need like goggles or something like that.
Yeah,
so pretty much like for chem lab at Tech,
no.
like you need to have like your notebook, goggles. There's something else, like at least like 3 or 4 items that you need to have
like
on your
lab.
You
Or
couldn't.
something?
No, not for the lab.
Like your lab coat
No.
or something.
Yeah,
like
I think
it was just it was literally goggles and your like lab textbook. Those were the 2 things.
I thought there was one more thing, but anyway, yeah, you need, if you don't have those 2 or 3 things, like you cannot go into the lab. Like you would just get an automatic 0 for the lab. Yeah.
Rushi had like 8 a.m. chem lab. I think that semester.
Yeah.
And he forgot his items, and I guess our dorm was the closest, whatever. So he ran to our dorm and started banging on our room. And like Tarun and I don't really wake up. Like our classes were late. We scheduled our classes late, so we don't have to wake up at 8 a.m. and stuff. And like we were like pretty deep sleepers. And I think about a lot of banging. We opened the door, and Rushi's just like really frantically like asking for like whatever he missed, like goggles. The thing is though, neither of us were in the chem lab, so we didn't have it either.
I should also point out that first, like, so our dorm was on the first floor, right? So he could bang on our window. He's banging on our window for a while, and then I think someone like came into our dorm, so he was able to get it, and then he started knocking on the door too. And we're like, what the fuck is going on? And, like, me and Harsha, I think we slept in like essentially complete darkness, like with the blinds shut and whatever. So like, I don't even think we would have. And we sleep with our glasses off, obviously. So I don't even think I like, even registered what was going on, or like even could see like what the fuck was going on.
Yeah. My bed is closest to the door in the dorm, but I didn't get up. Tarun had to walk to the door to open the door because I didn't want to.
Do you guys know the aftermath of that story? What ended up happening?
No,
I don't think so.
Okay, let me guys fill you in. It gets good. So basically, then you guys tell me that, right? And I'm like, I remember being like shell shocked. I was like, oh my god, you guys don't have chem lab. Like, what the hell was I doing, right? So then, and I don't know, like, it wasn't like I can't remember the reason that I couldn't go back to my dorm. There was some kind of reason, I guess, I couldn't make it back to my dorm or whatever. But so then I knock on like Arya and Rithwik's room right next door, because I know like I think Arya had chem lab at that time, right? So I knock on the door and they open up, and I get Arya's like chem lab book, right? And so and then I sprint all the way back to like the lab, right? And I'm like running. This is me. Like I think I might have broken my 40-yard time like across the field at this point. But basically, I'm sprinting to the lab, right? And I get there on time. I'm like, oh man, I made it on time. Like, let's go, right? And then I realized like I forgot my goggles too. So I took the chem lab book, but I didn't take the goggles, right? So then I'm just like. Like I just got fucked. Yeah. It's just like there's nothing I could do. So it was like all that work, like all that stress for like nothing. Yeah. It ended up being nothing. But yeah.
It was effort. It was effort that counted.
Should got an A just for the effort of running back and forth across the drill field like 3 times.
Do you remember what building chem lab was in?
Like the name?
Yeah, it was Han.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That's far as fuck.
That's a break.
that's like a 8 to 10 minute walk at least, right?
Probably. Yeah, 10. And you have to cross that like underneath that bridge that has like the wind tunnel action going on. So it's like just cold. Like
yeah, you're right. Oh god.
Yeah. That dude. And they were all like the chem lab professors were all like low key kind of assholes.
Oh yeah,
they're
like
they're
absolute dickheads,
right? Yeah, they were assholes. And then I think I ended up trying to buy a set of goggles there, and then they didn't let me buy goggles. They're like, "Oh, if you already have one, we can't sell you another one." I'm like, "Okay."
What the fuck? They can't just be like, "Yo, I lost it." Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know. It was really dumb. But yeah, that was a good story.
I think it's funny that you.
I remember like our intramural basketball too. That was
fun. Yeah,
back in the day. I missed that for sure.
Yeah.
If you live in Atlanta and you want the nastiest spin move, hit up Rushi, bro. You got the nastiest spin combo I've ever seen in my life. It's unstoppable.
Dude, the next have you guys heard of like Victor Wembanyama?
Yeah,
the guy.
That's crazy build.
Crazy, right? Everyone's getting so good.
That's like player. That's like a 2K my player build right there, dude.
Wait, who the hell is this guy?
No, Haran's trying to be Holland, bro. That's all I'm trying to
say.
He's like
Holland is going crazy. He's going
Holland's
nuts, man. His stat like eight hat like what's his record? He like beat it by like 40 games, right? Like 3 hat tricks within 8 games or something like that.
Yeah. He's breaking all kind of records.
True, Wembanyama is this guy who plays in France that is gonna play in the NBA next year, and he's like 7'6", and he's like the fastest, like best shooter. He's basically. There was somebody like 2 weeks ago that said that if him and LeBron were in the same class at the same time, he would get picked ahead of LeBron.
Like coming into the league.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Wait, so is this dude like 7'6" and like the really skinny, lanky type, or
he's not as skinny as you think, but he's still pretty skinny.
He's still pretty skinny.
Yeah,
but
he's like KD, but with better attributes.
Yeah, dude, he's huge, and he's like 17 right now.
What?
Wait, he's only 17?
Yeah.
Oh, he might be 18 now, but
fucking Christ.
Bro, 7'6", that's like about 2 feet on me, bro. What?
Yeah,
what?
It's nuts.
Okay, if you're 7'6" and you're 18, that means like throughout your life so far, you've almost grown a foot every 2 years.
Oh my god!
I think.
No,
so every 3 years.
Crazy.
Every 3 years.
Every 3 years. Even still, that's crazy. Bro, I want to see like baby pictures if he was just like a dead ass like 3 feet out the womb.
He came out the womb, bro. Like, foot tall.
At least on Google though, it says his weight is 209.
Oh,
what?
That's pretty skinny.
That's really light.
Really,
dude, I think I weigh
disturbingly
right now.
That's disturbingly light.
It also says 7'2" though, so let me just check.
Oh. Okay. I mean, I may have been exaggerating at 7'6", but
low-key, I bet like they're probably like just working on his physique for the next year before he gets drafted, and they'll be working on that for the week.
Imagine he gets on that Giannis program though. God damn,
yeah,
man, about to be a unit.
That's crazy,
it's just like,
dude. I feel like though that at 7'6", like for like most things in life, it's just completely
Yeah.
inconvenient. Like there's no like anywhere you go that you're like it's just not built for it.
Yeah, 100%.
But hopefully he makes a lot of money in the NBA, and then he can have 8-foot doors and shit in his house and whatnot.
8 foot.
8
I feel
foot.
like
8 foot.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Being rich and tall is way better than being poor and tall, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Hi, I'm Haran. Nice to meet you. To really struggle with any
bro,
tradition.
what is this? What is this note? I don't remember. Why does it say the Patel cartel?
you said it like that, so that's what I wrote down.
I was literally just gonna ask Rishi if he has a nice extended family network around him because Patel cartel runs deep, but that was literally it.
I met like other like not Patels, but I guess Gujaratis in the area.
Mm-hmm.
And like the stereotypes like Gujaratis, like they all own like hotels, motels, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I finally met the kids of those hotel motel owners. So I was like, damn, the stereotype's kind of real.
You gotta get in on that, bro.
Yeah, get finesse with deals.
You gotta hustle if you want a
man.
house.
Yeah. That's true, dude. Housing is expensive now.
Mm-hmm.
I've been like trying to figure out buying a house and stuff like that, but I don't know. It's really tough.
Do you think you would buy one in Atlanta or like Georgia?
So I actually think Atlanta is one of the states that has like the most, or like cities that has one of the most potential to like grow in the next 10 years. Like I think they're taking the steps for it to be a great city that people really, really want to move to, like how Austin is right now in like 10 years. Like the infrastructure that they're doing and stuff like that is, I think, on the right way. And so I think investing in here, it's like buying a house here, buying property here, it'll pay off like in the long. I mean, buying property anywhere, I think will pay off. But like you're thinking about like percentage returns, right? So I think the percentage would be higher here.
True.
Would you rather buy there or buy like on the outskirts of Nova, like now, like for example, like Haymarket, or like maybe another like 30 miles west?
Good question. I mean, I'm not like a real estate guru or anything like that, so I don't know. Like,
someone's like basing their decision right now based on
property-
what she says.
I have $1 million.
You're gonna pull the trigger. You're gonna pull the trigger right now based on what she says.
No. But real estate in general, as everyone says, like you invest in it and it's gonna pay off long term regardless, like better than any other asset. So
true. Do you want to share the story of you guys at UVA or no?
Oh. No, Haran, introduce it.
I actually feel like I want to talk to Rushi about this, but I don't think we should record it.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
Then you can end it. And then I want to hear about that.
Okay.
what is this UVA story?
You'll find out right after this. Anyway.
I know. Okay, I actually know exactly.
Well, actually,
I know.
Okay, now.
Does it include like sitting on the steps of the lawn?
Yes.
Yeah. You know. Is this fair game or?
Would you want to talk about it on the podcast?
I mean, we can. I mean, it's something that it's a tradition at UVA, right? So it's not like it's not.
I just feel like it's. Yeah.
Send it.
There's not really much to the story, but I guess to give some background, at UVA there is a tradition where like they have this really big lawn, right? And people go to the lawn after a night out and whatnot, and they streak, and they run around and whatnot, and come back, and then put the clothes on, move on with their day.
As streakers do.
Me and Rushi happened to be a part of one of these squads that was doing such endeavors,
activities.
Me and Rushi
we got
did not
separated
partake.
or something.
Yeah, we got separated from everybody else. We're together with the woman.
I mean, it sounds so sus. If you don't speak normally, it sounds more sus than it is.
It sounds creepy, regardless. That's why I don't want to say it. But anyway, basically, me and Rushi just ended up here, and we didn't partake in the streaking, but all the other people we were with kind of did it, and we were just like,
were you guys too sober, or you just didn't want to do it?
I don't think I was that sober, but I also I didn't want to do it. I don't know, but what did you think, Rishi? Were you down to do it?
I can't like remember like what was. I just remember it was like we didn't even hear about the tradition before. I think we were both like kind of like we'd heard about it, but
and
we
they
didn't
just
really
did
know
it,
what it was.
just happened.
Like there's a specific thing that you have to do, and I was like, I'm not gonna run naked trying to figure out what I need to do to like do this properly. Like it's just not like right. So I was just like, all right, like, and then me and Tarun were talking already, but then the girls like.
Yeah, they
decide to do it.
Yeah.
So we're just sitting there. Yeah, we're just chilling. We're like, we're not gonna do it now by ourselves. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, just me and Rishi going. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah,
like holding hands, like swinging along.
That's what the girls were doing. Though.
That's funny.
Crazy.
So, if you were to put in that situation again, like right now, would you do it?
But we still don't know the tradition, so
No.
Yeah.
I would only do it if Rishi did it with me, holding hands.
If I do, yeah, I would only do it to that. But I would only do like it's a UVA tradition, right? Like so, like I don't like. Why would I want to do it? Like if I went to tech, like it just like I have no satisfaction doing it.
Be questioned.
Although many of the women that were there that did it went to VCU too.
We're
so
Yeah. That's fair.
I'm glad we got that out of the way.
Yeah, I remember me and Tarun were like, "What are we like? What is actually life right now?" I just remember sitting on the steps and like, "Dude, what is going on?"
I think it was more like just like how did we end up like here? You know, like right now.
Wait,
because
what night was this?
I don't remember really. Like we had all visited UVA for some event of some sort, but I don't know. I don't think it was like India Day or.
It might have been the SIA show or an ISA show or
was
whatever. It could have been. I don't know.
I think it was just their first party.
Maybe.
Oh,
Fall.
Yeah, it could have been. But like the thing is, like me and Rushi like just got separated from everybody else, and I'm not sure how really, to be honest. But yeah,
I can't remember either.
Great night.
Yeah, it was a great night.
But yeah, I guess on that note, we'll.
Oh, wait, I have found out what the tradition is.
Okay, go ahead.
This is uvamagazine.org, so definitely reputable.
.org. Okay.
Custom has it that before one takes a degree from the university, so basically the people who didn't go there did this for fucking nothing. He or she is to run naked from the steps of the rotunda down the 740-foot lawn, kiss the statue of Homer,
Right.
and streak back up the lawn.
that's fucking disgusting. Everyone's kissing the same statue.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Pre-COVID, man. Times were weird.
Now
they have like now they have a mask on Homer now.
I was thinking now they all just streak with masks on. What a just as the wonderful end to that night. Tarun, isn't this the end of this episode?
Yeah, definitely. We want to thank Rushi for coming on. It's always nice to catch up with some old friends, right? So, is there anything that you wanted to leave the viewers or listeners with as a final message?
Your final streak.
Final streak.
Nothing really, man. Like it was great having this conversation. Like I appreciate what you guys do and the effort that you guys put into this podcast. Like even like you guys are on episode like 130 something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really impressive and like just catching up with friends. It's definitely gonna make memories for when we grow older and stuff like to reminisce on. So
for sure.
Yeah.
So
100%.
yeah,
for
man,
coming
it was a
on,
great
man.
conversation.
Yeah, great having you on too.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, of course, man.
Thanks, Rich.
Good luck in Atlanta and everything. I know you're gonna kill it out there. But
let us know when you buy the house.
Indeed.
Hey, when you guys come down, let me know. I'll take you to the fun spots.
Oh, for sure.
Yes, I'm down. Let's go listen to indie music. But for the
Never again.
For the viewers that don't want to listen to indie music and want to listen to more episodes of our podcast, we are also on Spotify. Our name is An Interesting Discussion Sometimes. I'm assuming you probably already know that because you listened to it anyway. I don't know why I said that. This is a really shit outro, but we're on Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere you can find anything. We're there. We're everywhere. Our Instagram is at an interesting discussion. Yes. Fuck. Sorry. I haven't done this in a while. And we'll be posting some stuff with Rushi on there soon. So definitely go check it out and see all of our other cool posts on there. Yeah, that's this episode, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.